YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with most likely our last NFL TierMaker video for a while. Linebackers. Not pass rush linebackers, but just linebackers, middle linebackers, outside linebackers, and a 4-3. So I already placed some guys in groups since there's a lot to go over here, and there's still some guys that I left available for me to put from the very good section up to the elite section. So I'll kind of break down the guys I have in the groups. And again, I didn't create this tier maker. I'm just placing these guys where I think they should go. So we'll go over all this in just a second. Subscriber goals at 40K. Please help us out. Trying to reach that by the end of this year. We got NFL, NBA coverage, daily sports videos. Can't wait for the NFL season. We got full coverage in season. Click that like button. Check out our Twitter. Much appreciated. But let's kind of break this down here. A little confusing. Somebody else made this. People complain to me, where's this guy, where's that guy? I didn't put this together. I'm just I'm taking somebody else's tier maker and placing where I think these guys should go. So in this big linebackers group, the person that made this included a lot of 3-4 outside linebackers, which to me would be in the pass rush section. I did make a pass rusher video, so those guys are down here. We got some of those guys down here. I'm not going to be ranking those guys today. And again, we still have guys down here that are still available for me to place into tiers. But to break down real quick who I have in these tiers. So the below average, I have Jordan Evans, unfortunately, is the only one down there. From the Bengals are trying to replace pretty much their whole linebacker unit. They're doing a good job, though, bringing in guys, young guys. They got a pretty good team for the future. I like Jermaine Pratt a lot. Can't wait to watch him. Hopefully he gets a starting job right away. I expect him to. And then you got some average guys. Malcolm Smith, maybe not the same as he used to be. Mark Barron, former safety, switched to linebacker, now going to be with the Steelers to pair with Devin Bush. So we'll see how that works out. Got him under average, though. Hassan Reddick hasn't really lived up to the hype. He's probably played below average, honestly, but he switched positions. There's going to be a new defense, so maybe he'll fit that a little better. So I think he can step up a little bit. And then two Chiefs guys, Reggie Ragland, Anthony Hitchens. They can rack up some tackles. But I have them under average. AJ Klein, who seems to be getting better. Then you got BJ Goodson, and then two Raiders guys. One former Bronco, one former Bengal. I have them under average, but two guys that I think were way above this category a couple years ago, but kind of declined in Brandon Marshall and Vontaze Burfict. Then under the good section, get through these before I start ordering guys and putting guys in the very good, borderline elite and elite section. Corey Littleton, who could make his way up this board, really good special teamer and end up being a really good linebacker, tackling machine. I'm going to keep him here for now. I want to see another season like that. Devondre Campbell from the Falcons. I think, maybe a little better than just good his rookie year. He's been good since then. Nothing spectacular, but pretty solid linebacker. Kyle Van Noy, Raekwon McMillan from the Dolphins. Avery Williamson was a tough one. I considered him very good. It's tough to put the guys that high. I want to see a little more, but he was pretty solid on the Titans and the Jets in his first year there. Christian Kirksey, I have in the good section. Thomas Davis, who obviously used to be higher in this, now with the Chargers, but I have him in the good section, kind of on the decline a little bit, but I think he's a perfect fit with that Chargers team. And another Charger, Denzel Perriman, another good linebacker to me. Devon Kennard from the Lions, actually very underrated. Most people probably would just think average, but he looks like he's going to be pretty good. He can actually step up better than this going forward because I like him in the Patricia defense. He's kind of a weapon for Patricia. Use him in blitz packages a lot, so I think he's a little underrated, better than people think. Blake Martinez, tackling machine. Would like to see a little more. Demario Davis does a little bit of everything. And then you got Jordan Hicks now on the Cardinals. I strongly consider him in the very good, kind of borderline there. KJ Wright, who used to be much better than the good section. I thought he really took a step back, really lost athleticism, was hurt at times too, but still a good linebacker. And Jared Davis, another Lions linebacker who started off a little slow when they drafted him, but he's starting to pick it up, so he can actually make his way up this list as well, maybe to the very good section by the end of this year. And Joe Schobert from the Browns had a very solid season. Nigel Bradham, probably towards the top of the good list as well. Shaq Thompson, who could be used as kind of a weapon for the Panthers. Very athletic, so they like to blitz him. And then Mason Foster, who I think is another underrated guy for the Redskins, tackling machine. And then Zach Brown, who's now at the Eagles, formerly with the Redskins. I have him under good. So a lot of linebackers to get through, so that's why I wanted to kind of place these guys and just real quickly talk about them. But now we'll go down to the guys who I left available here, and there's some guys they really left off this list, so I apologize for that. Again, I didn't make it. We can talk about them in a second here. I want to move, Devin White, and I decided to, or we'll rank the rookies first. I want to leave the two rookies available. I think Devin White plays at a very good level this year, and Devin Bush is kind of back and forth, very good. I'm going to put him very good. I think he plays at an extremely high level too. I think those rookies, they were elite linebackers that you don't see every day. I think they play up there. I think they're really good fits with their team, so I think it's going to help them play that well. So I guess it's hard to put rookies up there, but that's where I think they'll play. Very good prospects. But anyways, on to the rest of these guys. Again, some guys left out. Hightower, Dante Hightower, I like under very good. Maybe considered borderline elite at one point. Maybe lost a step, but still a very good linebacker to me. Leighton Vander Esch, surprisingly really good year. I would like to see more. So he's in the very good section. Would like to see more. There was a little injury concern. Surprisingly, he stayed 100% healthy. Played very good. Let's see if he continues to stay healthy. Now I don't see why not. Now I'd be surprised if he wasn't healthy because, maybe people made a little. It was like draft day. People started overreacting to what could be a back/neck injury for Vander Esch. So a little overreaction there from people. Very good for me. Obviously, could improve going forward there and rise up. Deion Jones is a very tough one. I like his game. Very athletic linebacker. This is a very tough one. It's just hard. Even borderline elite, just like you're so close to elite. I don't know if I'm ready to put him there, but he's been very good. Going to be at the top of this list. CJ Mosley I will put at borderline elite. Been a very good leader, very good tackling machine, and actually gets a good amount of interceptions too. Borderline elite is the best way to explain him. I'm not ready to put him quite elite. Maybe he'll play. He doesn't necessarily need to play better with the Jets. I think he can play right at that level. We'll see how he does, though. I just don't know if he's in that same exact category as the guys I'm about to put elite. Then we got two Vikings. Anthony Barr's another really tough one. Another real tough one because he's used in so many different ways. You saw the Jets were about to sign him to play as a pass rusher, and with the Vikings, he's just your traditional, well, not traditional, I guess, but he's a 4-3 outside linebacker, but he's also a weapon. They use him in a lot of blitz packages, real good pressure, can cover. I'm going to put him very good. I think he's at the top of this list. Hard to say borderline elite right now. And Eric Kendricks, I think, firm, very good middle linebacker, tackling machine, pretty instinctive. He'll miss some games here and there, though. I guess that's what's keeping him from going up. Tremaine Edmonds was super high on him in the pre-draft process a year ago, and I'm still super high on him. Showed me enough his first year. And on top of it, this guy was supposed to be like a raw prospect. This guy was supposed to be, we got to work with him a little bit for him to get to that level, and he played a little higher than people expected right away. So he's on his way up. I'm already going to put him in the very good section. Jaylon Smith's another guy surprisingly staying healthy. Another guy that can do a whole bunch. I think it's another tough one. The best linebacker I ever scouted too, and he can do multiple different things. It's another tough one. I'm going to put him borderline elite. I love his game. He can cover downfield. He can get after the quarterback if needed to. He's not going to miss tackle sideline to sideline. Seeing him fly to the ball, can play middle, can play outside. This is kind of going forward too. This is not based off last year, which you could consider him here based off last year. He was clutch. How many third down stops did he have across the field on the side, down the sideline? Maybe a yard or two short of the first down. I can't count how many. I'm going to put him there. I love his game. Kiko Alonso really racks up the stats. A little inconsistent, but I like him very good. Benardrick McKinney, another tackling machine. He was one that I barely left available. I considered him good possibly, but he's getting better. I like him very good. Darius Leonard, he's another tough one. He's only shown us one. It's another tough one because he's only shown us 1 year, and it was an elite season. What he was able to do. It's hard to put him up there right now. It's even hard to put him borderline elite, but I don't see why he can't do what he did again. I mean, if he does, probably elite, but you can't put this guy elite quite yet after 1 year. It was a surprising 1 year. I don't see why he couldn't do it again, though. We're going to put him borderline elite because, I mean, he did everything. Maybe it is tough having him up here and then guys, maybe like Anthony Barr below him because he's been a Pro Bowl linebacker for some years now. But to think, if Darius Leonard could he actually do better than what he did last year? It's just pretty crazy. So I'm going to put him there. Pretty wild to think. Bobby Wagner, we're going to have our first elite here. Middle linebacker, does it all. Very fun to watch. First elite guy there. No brainer. Wesley Woodyard maybe took a little step down. I thought 2 years ago was played out of his mind. I'm going to put very good. We're missing some Titans linebackers here. Jaylon Brown played a excellent season last year. I would almost consider him very good as well. Good to very good. And then Rashaan Evans would be good going forward. He seems to be their guy. Another guy that I'm pretty pissed that's not on here is Matt Milano. We talked about Tremaine Edmonds. Matt Milano was excellent last year. Excellent. I would consider him very good as well. So, and then now that we're on Roquan Smith, another guy that I don't like that's not on here is Danny Trevathan. I'm putting Roquan Smith at his young age already at a very good section. I think Danny Trevathan would be there as well. Roquan Smith's going to take over, I guess, that Bears' best middle linebacker, I think, going forward. But Trevathan, tackling machine, really can do it all too. So some guys I'm a little disappointed not on there. Talked about a couple Titans, Matt Milano on the Bills, Danny Trevathan on the Bears. We still got more guys to get to here. Alec Ogletree, I think one of the more underrated players in all of the NFL, really. I put him under very good. I think most people probably would consider him under that. He does it all. He really, he gets some interceptions, some impressive ones too. Very good in coverage, can tackle. He's underrated. I think he's a very good linebacker. Probably at the bottom end of this very, very good group here, but I think underrated. I think pretty darn good. Luke Kuechly is obviously going to go with Bobby Wagner on the elite. We'll rank these guys at the end. It's a battle between those two. And then Patrick Onwuasor, I think, maybe hasn't played here yet, but I think this year, I think he plays here very good. He's shown me enough when he's in the game. He's coming in and out of the game towards the end of the year, really played a lot. Another guy that's a weapon, can do multiple different things. He kind of saved them on some third downs and some tackles too. Very impressive guy, kind of came out of nowhere. Definitely a name to look out for here going forward for the Ravens defense. And then we got Lorenzo Alexander, who I don't know when he's going to take a step down. We keep thinking it's going to be now, but he's done a bit of everything, so I have to put him under very good. Maybe he could take a little bit of a step down. Maybe he's in good, but that's where I got him. Telvin Smith not playing this year. And I think he had, I'll say off year, but still a pretty darn good year last year. So we have to rank him since he's not playing this year based off, what I think of him as a linebacker. And I think very good. I think 2 years ago, I think you consider he had an elite season. I'd like to see more of that. And since he's not really playing this year, we'll put him there. Then we got two Buccaneers. One is a former Buccaneer, but we got Levante David and Kwon Alexander. I'm going to put them, that is tough, actually. I was going to put them both in the same category, but I had to stop myself there. Levante David, I like under borderline elite, and then Kwon Alexander, I like under very good here. Trying to grab him. I had the injury last year, didn't see him. Levante David, I think, does a bit of everything, and that's why I think he's just a step above Kwon Alexander. But I like Alexander in that Niners defense. I think if he stays healthy, I think we can see him borderline elite. People forget how good Levante David is too. I was about to put him very good, but you forget, he can get interceptions. He can get after the quarterback, get the pressure when he's not. He really carries that defense over for Tampa. So we got through all the guys here. Again, I mentioned the guys a little bit ago that should have been on here. Probably missed them too. I think Bobby Wagner is the best linebacker in football. Most people think Kuechly. I think it's pretty darn even. Bobby Wagner, I think, just gets the Kuechly. Another guy you could say had a little bit of an off year at the same time as still being a very, very good year last year. Bobby Wagner came up clutch so many times last year. But even the year before that, I would have told you Bobby Wagner, but it's very close. Borderline elite, I like Mosley, David, Jaylon Smith, Darius Leonard. We'll see if Darius Leonard continue what he's doing. We're going to put the rookies towards the bottom here, even though Devin White, we'll see here. Very good. Who's at the top of this section? I like Anthony Barr at the top, and I like Deion Jones second. It gets real tough here. We're going to go Kawan Alexander's probably going to be 3. We're going to go Eric Kendricks 4. I think Tremaine Edmonds, elite of the future. I think he's going to be there very soon here. So put him. I think Roquan Smith's right with him. Very good rookie season. Looking good going forward. I think Roquan Smith maybe had a little better rookie season than him. Tremaine Edmonds is that guy with that crazy upside, even though Roquan Smith does have the upside. So I'm sticking with my board there, but they're really close to my board for that pre-draft process. I'm actually thinking here. I think Devin White plays a little crazy. I'm getting a little crazy here. I think Devin White plays there already. Van Der Esch was very impressive. I'm going to keep Talvin Smith down here just because he's not playing. So I guess we'll put him at the bottom, but he would probably be, honestly, he'd probably have been up here if he was playing. Hightower, Alonzo, McKinney, Woodyard, Ogletree. Will Alexander take a step down? On Wuasor, I think he's going to be a hell of a player this year. I'm going to put him up here. And then maybe Alonzo ahead of Hightower. I like that listing right there. And then the good section, I like these Lions players. I like these guys to step up. KJ Wright used to be really high. It's tough to order these guys. I think Jared Davis really steps up this year. And then these guys are so even. Williamson I would consider him maybe possibly very good. And then we got Littleton, Campbell. McMillan's going to be ahead of Van Noy. Kirksey, I think he was out of some games last year. Thomas Davis, Perriman, probably right here. Kennard, guy to look out for sure. Gets a lot of pressure, more pressure than you think. Got some sacks last year. Martinez really racks up the tackles. Demario Davis was pretty impressive last year. We're going to put him right there. Jordan Hicks is actually, I'm going to move him to the top of this. Nigel Bradham's going to be towards the top as well. We're going to put him right there. Schobert, we're going to throw in right after Martinez. KJ Wright, he really lost a step last year, I thought. But still a pretty good linebacker. We're going to go here. Thompson. Where's Shaq going to go? We're going to put Shaq right there. Mason Foster, underrated. Pretty good season, I thought. We're going to put him right there. And then Zach Brown. That's how we're going to order the good section. Average section. I think Brandon Marshall can get back at the top here if it'll let me. It's not really letting me. Malcolm Smith, Mark Barron, Reddick, he used to be a pass rusher. They really at Temple, and they moved his. I think they screwed him. I think he was a pass rusher. So new defense. We'll see what he does. He can really step up. Reggie Raylan, Hitchens, Klein. Klein's gonna move up here. Hassan Reddick. Barron, yeah, I like that list there. The pass rushers, I'm not even messing with them. I did some pass rushers. Some of those guys weren't even involved in that. Justin Houston wasn't in that for some reason. Guys like that, Preston Smith. So, yeah, that's my linebacker list. Let me know your guys' thoughts, where you think I messed up. Only 2 elites, and they're both middle linebackers. I think Darius Leonard could get there another season. All these guys can get there. It's very tight, really. That's why I left the elite through very good, because they're all very, very good linebackers, like their game a lot, and some of those good guys can really step up as well. So you know what? Let me know what you guys think. Maybe there were some guys left off. That's not my doing too. I'm sorry if I didn't mention them, but I didn't create that list, so we can talk about those guys in the comments. Going to move on from the TierMaker videos. Can't wait for the NFL season. Daily sports videos, full NFL coverage. Click that subscribe button if you haven't quite yet. That'd be much appreciated. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.